This video is for improving and easing low back pain, as well as improving core strength and pelvic floor strength to help support your body in your daily activities. So first we're going to start with some gentle stretches and kind of opening up the low back, and then we'll get into some strengthening. So you'll need some pillows, a belt, and a ball or a surface that you can prop your feet on. If you're comfortable getting on the floor, you can lay on the floor and then use a chair or a couch, but I'm going to use the ball for today. So the first one is you want to make sure that you can lay comfy. You're going to lay with your feet up at about 90 degrees here of trunk and hip flexion. And make sure that your legs are nice and supported. This ball's a little small for me, but we're going to work with it. You're just going to lay here and do some breathing into your tummy and fully exhale. And on that full exhale, I want you to feel your tummy shrink down and the lower abs tighten. As you breathe in, you should feel your ribs here expand, not in your chest. And just let your lower half melt into the surface you're laying on. You want to be here for as long as you need to let your body relax. So if that's a minute, perfect. If it's 5, that's great as well. After you feel that you've relaxed, I want you to take your belt and put it around your legs. You're going to stay in this position, so you want to have these items close by. And I want you to put your belt so that it is tensioned, so your legs are at hip distance. Then you're going to go back into your supported position, bring your toes to your face, and pull outward and pull out on the band or the belt. You're going to hold out for 10 seconds, and then you're going to relax. Then you're going to push out, again outward on your legs this way for 10 seconds, and then relax. Push out. You're not pushing as hard as you can. I'm not putting all my force into it, but I feel that the outside of my legs have to activate. Then relax. And then I'm also pushing with my heels into the ball a little bit as well. But my back here is staying nice and relaxed, and I'm breathing through it. Good. And you're going to do that for 10 times. So 10 seconds, push out, relax, and go through a total of 10 times. Okay. After that, you can leave the belt there because you're going to need it again. You're going to take your pillow or yoga block or ball, loosen the belt a little bit. You're going to go ahead and take it off. I'm going to put a pillow between my legs. I'm going to be here pushing into the ball with my heels a little bit, toes up, and then I'm going to squeeze in for 10 seconds. And then I relax. And then squeeze in. and then I squeeze in, and then I relax, squeeze in for 10. And we're going to do that 10 times as well. Again, this is the inner part of the thigh working. My low back stays nice and relaxed. Okay. After 10 there, you're going to kind of shimmy yourself. You're on the floor. So one leg is now on your chair or ball, and the other leg is dropped off. And I'm going to breathe here. So I'm getting a little bit more length out of one side now, as I'm letting everything relax. I'm still breathing, pushing into this ball or the surface just slightly. You want to stay here for at least 1 minute, letting the body relax. If you need a little bit more, can't really do this on the floor. So if you're on a bed, you can drop this foot off the side of the bed. Keep this leg up and active a little bit, and you're going to feel a little bit more of an opening here. Like I said, after at least 1 minute, now you're going to go to the other side. You're going to relax here, breathe, let the right hip open up, keep this leg slightly active. If you need to drop it off the side, you can do that. Good, you're going to be here for at least 1 minute. If you need longer to help open up, please spend a little bit longer in this position. Okay, from there, you're going to remove the ball or bring your legs down from the chair, and then you're going to grab your belts again. Now we're going to start in some of the strengthening. So you're going to bring it up, have it around your legs again, in that hip distance. So the top of your knee should be in line with the bony part of the front of your hip, and your feet are pointing straight ahead. Little tension out on the band as you lift up, and think about rolling one vertebrae at a time down. Then you roll, think about then lift, contracting the abdominals, squeezing the glutes, lift up, and then we'll roll one at a time down. Relax it out, squeeze and lift, and roll down. We're going to do 10 of these. Just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the slower you go down, the more you're going to get out of it. The more control you're going to learn. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now, take your legs out of the belt. And you can do this with a hard resistance band, but I like the firmness of the belt, so you're not totally being able to beat it. Now take your pillow between your legs again. I have it between my shins a little bit and my big thighs. And we're going to do the same thing, but now you're squeezing in. So You're gonna go up and roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you should have felt more of the inner part of your legs working on that one versus the band. Okay, now you're gonna come to sit up. So now you're gonna be in your chair and we're gonna go through a similar sequence to work the pelvic floor and the legs a little bit. The back should feel nice and relaxed now after all that. If some of the bridges re-aggravated your back, go ahead and go back into the static position, get it to relax. It just means that you're really weak through your glutes and pelvic floor and the back is taking over. So we need to get it to relax again before we can strengthen. Otherwise, we're going to keep feeding into poor strengthening patterns. So I'm going to have you take your belt again. Put it around your knees. I'm going to sit forward in your chair a little bit. So I'm not against the back, I'm up nice and tall, and I'm in the front of my pelvis. And I'm going to squeeze out for 10. And then in, relax it, out. And I'm going to do this 10 times. Again, holding for 10 seconds, not as hard as I can, just enough to activate the backs of my legs. And then something you can't really see too well is I'm pushing in as well with my heels into my feet. Not really raising my toes. And I'm pushing in, helping activate the outsides and my glutes a little bit more. Good. All right, from there, you're going to keep the belt here. Clasp your hands together. So I'll have pressure into my heels and out into the band. Hands here, and go up. I'm not arching my back as I do this. I'm keeping my back nice and straight, so I'm not going up like that. I have the normal curves. I'm here, and I'm just going up as high as I can. Not throwing my head forward, and again, not flaring through the rib cage, but keeping nice and contracted through the abdominals as I just move the arms. Now I'm gonna have you do 15. I don't know how many I've done. I'm gonna do 15 of these. Good. Take the band off. Put it off to the side for right now. Take your pillow. Now, we're gonna start with the squeezes in. This time I want you up on your toes. So my toes are in the ground, but my heels are up. And I squeeze in, pushing through the balls of my feet. And relax. Hold for 10, in. And we're going to do 10 times for this as well. Again, you're focusing on engaging the inner thigh and lifting up through our pelvic floor. You're almost lifting yourself away from the seat, even though you're not going anywhere. Good. After 10 of those, find that gentle hold, heels up, toes into the ground, balls of the feet in the ground. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Again, not arching through your back, keeping your rib cage connected to your pelvis. Keep some core engagement there. Now, you're going to go back to the belt. You're going to bring your feet under you just slightly. So your knees are over where like your shoelaces would be. You're going to lean forward, pushing out on the belt, and you're going to come to stand. Keeping tension on the belt. You don't want the belt to fall. Keeping some tension on the belt. You sit down. All while keeping your core engaged as well. 2, and we're going to do 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I am going to show you from the side. What I'm not doing is I'm not arching up like that or coming up in this kind of sequence here and here, pushing out and then pushing my feet into the floor so my hips and shoulders rise together and my back stays neutral. So all the work is coming from my legs and core. Good. So now we're going to do the reverse of that with our pillow. Pillow in. Same thing, feet with slightly under you so your knees are over your laces. Or, yeah, over where your laces would be if you had on tennis shoes. I'm going to lean forward, squeeze my legs, and come up. Same thing, I'm really pushing through my legs so my hips and shoulders rise together. And 10. Good. Now, if you have knee issues with that, try to go from a higher surface, or you can have your hands assist you a little bit, or even just don't go all the way down, but work in a range that is comfortable for you. And this is either with the out or the squeeze in. And then from here, you're going to just lean forward in your chair. Get your elbows to the inner part of your thighs, and you're going to push out here and hold. And breathe. So you should feel the stretch through the inner thigh. This is the one time you're going to let your pelvic floor go. Let it relax. Let your tummy fall into the gravity. Let it go. A lot of us, especially women, we hold on to our pelvic floor too much and it never knows how to relax. So if it never contracts and relaxes properly, then that's even more dysfunctional than not being able to contract sometimes. So I'm letting it go.
Letting my back relax, letting my hips relax. And I'm just going to breathe here. And come up. Little break here. So you're going to come down. And then I want you to press one arm in. You can hold down or keep it bent. You're going to twist. If that's not comfortable for the arm, you're just going to twist it that way. Come here. Twist the other way. Again, I'm still keeping my pelvic floor relaxed, my low back relaxed, and just getting some rotation through my trunk. Breathing. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good. And that's your low back pelvic floor program.